We will not let fear win. A world without trans people has never existed. A world without drag has never existed, and it never will. Queer people have always been here amongst us. They are our coworkers, they are our brothers, our sisters, they are our mothers, our fathers, they are our families. Drag is art, drag is culture, drag is educational, drag is creative, drag is comedy, but drag is not a crime. My name is Scarlett Bobo, and thank you so much for your time. We will not let fear...
Did you hear that? Did you? You better listen right now. Drag is not a crime. Cheers, everybody.
Woke Pack, full live.
Starting off a little fucked up, but that's okay. Cheers. Thank you, Joku, for being here. Oh, yeah. So, I guess we're moving to Canada so we can join the new movement. The MMIWG2SLGBTQQIS plus or minus. And let's not forget about Jesus. Cheers. Welcome back, everybody, to another...
For the boys.
And that's how we do around here. You dumb motherfuckers. Alright. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. That's the way it is. That's the way it's gonna be. We're back. We're here. We're queer, but we ain't going nowhere. If you don't believe me, we've been here all along, just like this young lady went up there and said, next to that Asian man and that bald black woman. They went up there and they said it for everyone can listen and hear. And we're not holding back anyways. We're taking over, not just Canada, but also the United States. Starting with Minnesota. Oh, yeah.
Riots after the anti-ICE mobs. We hoped that Minneapolis would start to clean up its act, but we didn't think they'd take it in this direction. After a 38-year ban, Minneapolis city leaders are considering, I can't even read this, considering legalizing places, this is a quote, where sexual activity between consenting adults may be facilitated.
They're bringing them back. Oh, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
Bathhouses all across the United States are now open for business. And let's be honest, they've always been open for business. I used to live in the wokest city in all of Texas, Austin, Texas. And there was this one place by the bank, right between the bank and the fucking mall. You know exactly where I'm talking about, right in the middle of town. And shit, there was a building right next to the bank. All the windows were blacked out. No one would ever go in there except for these fucking hot as fuck guys in these tight little shorts, probably from running around working out, and they won't go in there and shit. And businessmen in suits would go in there too. I never saw any women. I never saw any gays, but I saw plenty of men going in there. People said it was a Freemasons, but I don't know. I think it was a bathhouse. I think everybody knows it. Everybody went there all the time. I thought about it, but everybody looked too fit. And, at that time, I was not fit at all, so I didn't want to go there and embarrass myself in front of all these hot-ass men. But apparently the people in Minneapolis, Minnesota are about to get a taste of what America has been getting a taste of this whole goddamn time.
Woke as fuck.
Cheers! Happy Friday, Joku. Alright, if you want to be pissed off today or this weekend, let's not forget, give you another reason to get pissed off about, because Netflix has raised their prices yet again. That's right. Now you have to pay $20, $26 in some states, depending on the taxes you're in and shit. But you gotta pay money to watch the shittiest movies you've ever seen, or you probably own already on DVD. Not only that, but you also have to put up with their ads now because they have just as many commercials as fucking, the WWE does when you're watching wrestling and shit. So yeah, there you go. Hooray for streaming services, you jackass. You know, it's 2026 at this point. If you don't have yourself a VPN and are not downloading stuff off of torrents, quite frankly, you're a fucking idiot. And you deserve to be paying this much for ass. Is all I'm gonna say. You wanna know when I canceled my Netflix subscription? The day they took The Office off of Netflix. I had no reason to be watching that ass. I was already upset they took off the WWE network, and I could no longer watch the good shit. Even though it was cheaper on Peacock, they were censoring it on Peacock. And I said, I ain't gonna pay for some half-ass, watered-ass shit. I want to see Vince McMahon get his ass beat by Stone Cold Steve Austin with a pee, what is it called, those pee containers at the hospital and shit. And then you see Vince fall down, you see his tighty-whitey underwears and shit. I don't want to fucking pay so that NBC can censor that shit. So yeah, I canceled my Netflix subscription a long-ass time ago. And quite frankly, I don't know and I don't understand why you still have yours. There we go. Cheers. Everybody. Everybody hates their lives. Everybody hates their jobs. Everything's getting expensive. Talk about gas in a little bit. But let me just tell you one thing, man. There was a very bad and disgruntled employee out in Rancho Cucamonga, California. Probably Mexican or Arab. I don't know. The guy was brown, okay? And apparently he said, fuck you, to his job. And he set the place on fire.
Should have paid us enough to fucking live. You know, we may not get paid enough to fucking live, but these bitches dirt cheap. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
A fucking dumbass. All you gotta do is pay us enough to live. Look, motherfucker, they actually do pay you enough to live. Then you wanna fuck the same bitch with no condom on 4 times and then get pissed because you don't get paid enough to feed 4 fucking kids. That's your fault. Alright? Go get a better job, you dumbass, working at a toilet paper factory, expecting to raise a family with that shit. You dumbass. This is all your fault. Let me say another thing. This guy fucked up because he ruined this huge-ass company. They burnt it all to the ground. And now all of his workers, his employees, and his friends and co-workers, they don't have jobs and they won't be able to pay and feed their families, you idiot. So because he's mad, now everybody else has to live in the shithole he's living in too. Yeah. It gets even worse because that company has all those products and the entire warehouse insured. So you best believe they got paid for your goddamn mess, you idiot. Look, man, nobody likes their jobs. I sure as fuck don't like mine. And if you like your job, fuck you, you piece of shit. Fuck you. I don't even know why you're on this channel if you like your job. You like your job so much, go fucking work right now. Get the fuck off of the fucking YouTube, piece of shit. None of us like our jobs, but we do it anyways. That's what it is, being a slave here in America. That's what being in America is, being a slave, you dumb motherfucker. That's what it is, that's what we are. The land of the free and the home of the slaves. You work for money, you're a slave to God money, you need God money to survive, and that's all that matters. In God we trust. No, in money we trust, motherfucker. That's why there's a pyramid with an eye on the fucking dollar. There's no Jesus, no cross, no fucking holy light. No, the devil's on the dollar because that's what we worship, you dumbass. Burning fucking toilet paper. We already have shortage on gasoline. Gas is $4 in my state per gallon. Now we have to worry about toilet paper shortages because this dumbass doesn't want to go get a better job. What is wrong with people? Cheers, Merkaba!
Woke Pack. Full live.
Thank you for being here, you dick. Be appreciative of your jobs, is all I'm saying. They pay you, all right? You can go and commit crimes if you want to get paid another way. or prostitutes. That's a fun way to make money, I've heard. You don't have to burn down a whole factory where other people work and are making a decent living. You dumbass. Disgruntled employees, motherfuckers. Let me tell you another thing. So we're talking about work and being on a job. There are a lot of slackers out there. Joku, I'm looking at you. Always watching other people playing games on YouTube when they should be working. That's right. Look at me when I'm talking to you. You better be careful. You pay attention when you're at work. Don't be watching other motherfuckers playing on their PlayStations. You should be paying attention to the machinery, because you never know what could happen the minute you're not watching what you're supposed to be doing. Just like this dumbass right here. Look at the fuck up. It says, when my blue-collar boyfriend sends me a video of him at work, and I don't know if this means this is really cool or if he's staying late. Look, bitch, he's staying overnight. That's what this means. Cheers! God damn it! Look at that guy's all fucking freaked out. That kid freaked out and ran. It ain't my fault. I want to know why they didn't teach none of these dumbasses to press that red button right there in the middle. There's a red button right down there. Now, even I know the red button is to stop everything. You idiots. Look at that shit. I don't know what that is. It looks like paper. Or, maybe this is the toilet paper factory before they burned it down. They decided to first fuck it up before they burned it down. Look at all that toilet paper. And ass. Damn, everybody got fired that night. Everybody. Even the guy who was in charge, and all he did was go to the bathroom and said, don't touch nothing, I'll be right back, I need to take a shit. In just that 1 minute and a half, these fuckers, everyone's fired on that shift. Whoever worked that night, you're fired. Get the fuck out of here. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Oh, yeah. Be appreciative of your jobs. Make sure you pay attention at your jobs. Don't be slacking off looking at YouTube. Joku. Thanks for watching, by the way.
Live.
Just remember what's important. Right? Your job, your welfare, your safety. And always remember that wealth, money, and materials, it's all superficial, all right? It don't matter that much. Just don't give in and realize that your car and your valuable things are not that fucking important, all right? You can let it get hit and get destroyed, and the insurance will cover it, you idiot. But your body could be destroyed, and you won't get fixed, you dumbass. And that was a company. I mean, look, Global. That guy is riding around in this big-ass fucking 18-wheeler. Like, motherfucker, you could have sued the shit out of them just if your car got fucked up. You didn't need to put your body in the way. Damn. The pressure that was put on him pushed the car, motherfucker. He actually shoved the car. And the guy in the 18-wheeler didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, your car ain't that important. The things you buy aren't that important. Alcohol and weed are important. Oh, yeah. Cheers.
Smoke weed every day.
You can always get a new car, man. Or you cannot. Doesn't matter. You don't have to do shit like this. Yeah, your job sucks. Life sucks. There's assholes driving 18-wheelers that don't know what the fuck they're doing, that suck ass. It's hectic, it's crazy out there. Just want you guys to remember one thing, man. No matter how bad it's going, just always try to keep your cool. Because you don't want to end up like this fucking lady. No, sir, you don't.
What the fuck? What the fuck? The fuck? Oh, hell no.
Hey, bitch. Oh, open that shit up. Open that shit up.
What the fuck is wrong with your crazy ass, bitch? Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you doing?
What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Hey, come over. Roll over. Hey, come over. What the fuck is that?
Hey, get the hey, pull the fuck over.
I mean, those guys fucked up. Did you see the license plate? It said California. So you know exactly what state you shouldn't be living in, okay? If you don't want this happening to you. Look. Those guys fucked up. Because the minute she did this, jumped on my car, I would have already been out of the car and pulling her hair and dragging her ass down in her concrete and shit. Laying down the law. And those guys are just on their cell phones, getting evidence and ass. And she got away. She got in the car with her fucking methamphetamine boyfriend. They took off to go do drugs and have sex. And with the laws in California, you know they didn't get in trouble at all. That's it, man. They're scot-free. They got away with it.
Live.
God damn it! She was pretty hot. She had big titties, too. But you don't want none of that. Someone who can do this. Look at that. Look at her face, man. She was ready to fuck shit up.
Fuck.
Oh, hell no.
The fuck?
Hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Dude, that's a dangerous person. I don't know, what the fuck was she on? And why was she even screaming in the middle of the street in the first place? Damn, bro. You know, I can't even say shit like this doesn't happen where I live, because where I live today, they were chasing some 21-year-old dumbass in an SUV, and he led cops on a 60-mile fucking chase going 100 miles an hour in the highway for 60 miles around the fucking city until he finally got off the highway, went on one of these roads, and crashed into a fucking high school bus with 23 kids in it. Yeah. Everyone's okay. No one got hurt and shit, but that guy's gonna get hit with 29 counts of endangering their child's life because there was 29 kids in that fucking bus. Basically, at 21 years old, that guy's never gonna see the light of day again. Whereas if he would have just pulled over, gone to jail for maybe a few months for whatever drugs or alcohol he had in the fucking trunk, that dumbass. But because he did all that, that's it. He's going to jail forever. This bitch, like I said, is in California. She's happily married and shit. I think they might even, the government sending her money for daycare money or some shit. She's a nurse, takes care of her mother at home. Even though I don't know how that works. California, you go over there, you lie, and they give you money. So yeah, happy story. Well, not for the guys with the window. Those guys fucked up. They fucked up really bad. Idiots. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Yeah. But boy, look at this lime shit in this motherfucker. Alright. Let's move along. One last thing. I actually ran into this today on Twitter. X. for you fucking Zoomers. Nobody knows Zoomers are watching this, a bunch of old men. Let me just say one thing. I was surprised that I'm not even playing my God honest Merkaba. When you see this video, you can say if I'm lying or not, you piece of shit. My neighborhood came out on X. It went viral for a little. My old neighborhood, not my current neighborhood. And my neighbor's on here. I'll just let you all watch the news of what went down where I used to live last year.
See some commotion going on with my little cousins and stuff.
Dontavius Williams says he knew something wasn't right.
And my little cousin, them telling me that the dude said, oh, come back and smoke some meth with me. You know what I'm saying? Some drugs.
The family saying this wasn't the first time Fort Worth police say officers had been called to the 3700 block of Century Palace on Friday morning after receiving calls of a man possibly under the influence and soliciting children for sex.
But we already been heard that certain dude been messing with other little kids around here.
That's when they say Renfro stepped in.
They exchanged some words. When Marcus was walking away, he just ran up on him like he was trying to approach him like to hurt him in some way. And then he said something to Marcus, and then he turned around and Marcus shot him.
I see some commotion going on with my little cousin.
Marcus shot him in the dick. Oh yeah, you wanna smoke meth with little kids? Right in his dick. That's Dante, my ex-neighbor, by the way. Oh, cheers!
Live.
Yeah, representing my old hood right there, 21st Century Place. Oh yeah, Carlisle Crossings. That's where I used to live. I was the whitest, the most light-skinned person. Well, next to this bitch, I was the most whitest white-skinned person up in that motherfucker. I don't know who this pervert is. I think he moved in there after the fact. Because I don't remember that I definitely would have remembered that fucking dreaded motherfucker. He would have fucking tried to pull that shit on me. Well, I don't know. I might have gone with him to the alley. Oh yeah, cheers! But yeah, I'm glad the motherfuckers that Marcus shot him in the dick. The news didn't say that. I had to go online and find out what happened. He did get shooting. The Marcus guy shot him in the dick. Well, look at my neighbor there with his fucking Rolex flossing. I used to take my dog over there to piss and shit right there in that park, smoke some weed, watch the ducks and shit. Oh yeah. We could have been. I lived in a crazy neighborhood, man. I had crazy neighbors, you know. Like I said, I fit right in, you know, a guy like me. I fit right in. They welcomed me with open arms and shit. Hey, cheers, the cuts!
Live.
The cut. I was just showing everybody my old neighborhood came out on the news. Oh yeah, that's my neighbor Dante. Some crazy shit, man. It's a good thing I left. I left just in time. Motherfucker soliciting sex and shit. Children. Anyways. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's move it along before we get banned from YouTube and shit. Because I hope everybody had a good Easter. I had a good fucking weekend with the family. Had about 2-3 days of non-stop eating, not being at home and shit. Well, our president sent an Easter message. I don't know if you all caught it or not. Sent a special Easter message. He said Tuesday is going to be National Bridge Power Plant and Bridge Day, all wrapped up into one, he said. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just you watch. Praise be to Allah. Even though I don't believe in him or Jesus Christ or any God for that matter. President Donald J. Trump.
Woke Pack. Live.
So there was a deadline Tuesday by 8 p.m. and shit. And everybody's freaking the fuck out. And suddenly fucking they said we're gonna have a ceasefire for 2 weeks and start allowing the oil and all this shit, and America's back again. Victory, they were claiming. Oh yeah, it was gonna be great and shit. But apparently somebody forgot to let Israel and Netanyahu know that they had made peace. And Israel bombed the shit out of Lebanon and Beirut. And here we are once more.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
So the port of Hormuz supposedly is open according to our government, but this shows otherwise. I'm pretty sure there are no ships crossing by. If there's fucking bombs parading the Middle Eastern skies, God damn it. Cobra Commander, cheers, God. That's a good one, that's a good one. God damn it, I don't know how gas is, man. For the first time with my little piece of shit, little small little car, which by the way, the most I'd ever put in to fill up my car has been $24, but most of the time when gas is cheap, I mean, it's like $21, $20 to fill up my entire fucking car. That motherfucker lasts a few days, you know, the way I drive. I filled it up this week with $47.50. Almost $50, bro. Like, god damn it, I could have spent that on weed or alcohol, for fuck's sakes. And instead, I'm spending it on gasoline. Fuck you! God damn it! What's going on, man? What's going on? I've been saying. You can go back and watch the other videos in the past. They're trying to destroy the United States economy on purpose so that they can somehow establish some kind of digital currency. Guess what, my friends? These geopolitical motherfuckers have been going on the internet and they have laid out the truth. And quite frankly, I think this is exactly what's going on. Just you watch this explanation. Because as it turns out, Donald Trump may just be, or actually, he might just be surrounded by some of the smartest people on Earth.
So everyone is saying Trump is destroying America. He is fighting an unwinnable war in Iran. He is threatening to invade with ground troops. He is pissing off NATO by threatening Greenland. He is picking fights with Canada, Mexico, Denmark, Colombia. JP Morgan says the world will run out of oil by mid-April. The global economy is about to collapse. Trump looks like the worst president in history, a complete buffoon, right? But what if that's the whole point? What if Trump wants to lose the war in Iran? What if he wants the American empire to collapse? What if he wants to destroy the global economy? Then he would be a genius. Let me explain. Right now the world gets 20% of its oil from the Middle East. Japan gets around 75% from the Middle East. India gets around 60%. China gets around 50%. Europe is also heavily dependent. But here's the thing, oil is not rare. Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. Canada has massive reserves. United States has massive reserves. Trump just took over Venezuela in January. He's threatening to take over Canada. You see where this is going. If Trump closes the Strait of Hormuz by fighting Iran, the Middle East oil stops flowing, but North America is still pumping. Suddenly Europe, China, Japan, South Korea, they all would need American oil. And not just oil, fertilizer too. The nitrogen for food production also comes from the Middle East. If that's cut off, where do they turn? There are only two options, North America and Russia. Trump is making the entire world dependent on the resources he controls. Now here is the genius part. Who owns the most US debt? Who's financing America's $39 trillion? It's Japan, China, Taiwan, South Korea, UK, France, Belgium, and Luxembourg, the same countries that need Middle East oil. There's been this fear that these countries would stop buying US Treasury bonds, that they would move to gold or Swiss francs, that America's Ponzi scheme would collapse. But now they need American energy. They need American resources. They can't abandon the dollar. They are trapped. Trump just turned America's biggest weakness, its debt, into its greatest weapon.
Now, I think some of this is true. A lot of this is true. But something tells me this is their plan. Now, I understand Trump is just a guy who got to be president. It's the people around him who came up with this plan. And he says, well, that's a great plan. Let's do it. And so that's what he's doing. All right? None of the presidents none of them. You just really go back and look at each president, look at their track records. None of them have ever been smart enough to pull the shit that they pulled off during their fucking presidency. It's the people they put around them that are making the plans for them. They're just a puppet. And everything that you vote for every goddamn 4 years is basically a brand new cartel. That's all they are. They are literally the most ruthless cartels in this country. The wealthy elite, the cartels who are competing for a chance to be in charge, and while they're in charge, they steal the most money for their cartel. Trump used to be part of them, the Clintons, the fucking Obama, the Democrats, and he split from them fucking almost 15 years ago. They all got pissed, and now he's made his whole new little clique full of a bunch of white Nazis. And that's what's going on right now. J.D. Vance and other motherfuckers and all of these motherfuckers came up with his ass for him. And now it's happening in the world stage. The only thing is, I think this is going to go a little bit different. They are going to need our resources. But I think Trump, before the end of his presidency, is going to declare, we can't rely on the dollar anymore. We need to make a new president. Remember, he's already putting his signature on the goddamn fucking, on the $100 bills, and on any bills that are going to be printed from now on, his actual signature will be on them. Because he's putting his own name on it so he can give it more value to it. Because it doesn't have any value, especially if nobody's fucking using it, or there's no oil being bought and shit with the fucking US dollar. So it's only a matter of time, and I'm telling you it's going to happen before his presidency, where he's going to turn the dollar into some sort of digital currency. There's some kind of legislation, this thing going on in Washington, where they want to allow companies to make some sort of like PayPal wallets for everybody. This shit's coming, you guys. This shit is coming. The PayPal wallets that Washington wants to allow these companies, and then companies like Google and Amazon and shit like that, you would go and you buy their dollars, and then you can trade instead of using US dollars and shit. But all that's paying US debt through the companies. It's crazy, bro. There's some crazy shit going on no one's talking about, man. Some crazy shit going on. But don't you worry, man. Because in the end of the day, Trump is just part of his own little cartels, and when he leaves, you know, he's going to be an 84-year-old man, and he might be fucking ready to die, or worse shape than Joe Biden. Who knows what the fuck. He's going to be old as fuck by the time he leaves the presidency. But I'll tell you one thing. He's secured the riches for him and his crew. But he's already got plans for retirement. He has said that he's done ruling America. He might go and rule another country. He's got his eyes on Venezuela.
People of Venezuela, they say if I ran for president, and we, just so you understand, the people of Venezuela, they say if I ran for president of Venezuela, I'm polling higher than anybody has ever polled in Venezuela. So after I'm finished with this, I can go to Venezuela. I will quickly learn Spanish. It won't take too long. I'm good at language. And I will go to Venezuela. I'm going to run for president. But we're very happy with the president-elect that we have right now. The people that are running it. If you remember Bush with Iraq, and we, just so you understand, people of
for live.
That's right. He's gonna learn Spanish. He's gonna move to Venezuela, become president of Venezuela, and take over all of South America. Get rid of all the gays and lesbians and non-binaries down there too.
Woke as fuck.
Oh my god. The Venezuelans love him. He says he's polling down there really bad. Oh my god, man. Every time he does shit like that, he's literally saying, take that, take that, take that. To all the fucking Democrats and all these lesbians that get pissed at just the fact that he's on television. He don't give a fuck. Take that, take that, take that. This guy must be a riot to be drinking with, is all I'm gonna say. Well. The crew of the Artemis II has made it back, fellas, from their treacherous journey of hovering within an underwater set in NASA studios for everyone to watch, because these motherfuckers have never been to space. They've never even left the Van Allen belt because there's so much radiation it would kill a human being. These motherfuckers, they still lie to people. And for the past week, they've been lying to everybody, posting shit about, oh, look at us in space and shit. Oh, yeah, we're in space. And here's some Nutella, everybody. Oh, yeah. Not only is this is the actual live footage, all right? This is the actual live footage. Not only is there's Nutella right there, but there's actually, and you can't tell me that's not what it is, strings holding that man up by his pants. Look at how his pants are being pulled, because they're being held up by Hollywood magic, my friends. And we're all a bunch of fucking idiots that don't pay attention to details. Small little details, like shit like this.
Devices. You hear those referred to as PCDs. While
they're doing astronaut stuff. What are they doing? This is high-tech astronaut stuff. Oh yeah, what is he doing? Oh, I think he's putting stuff in little bags and shit. Look, he's putting stuff in bags. Look, he's putting away his floss in a little bag. Shit. This is what they do. What the shit, bro? God damn it. Oh, son of man, you're one of these flat earthers like Merkaba. You're just a bunch of lies and shit. Oh, yeah. Here's another live feed that they showed this week when they were supposedly up in space and ass. And there's like, this is how we eat in space. Everybody pay attention. This is the slop they give us. It's basically throw up. Somebody chewed this and threw it up in a bag, and then we send it back to us. Oh yeah? Here's the bag floating next to my face. And because the green screen, no one knows how to properly use it yet, because we didn't hire the right motherfuckers, the bag suddenly causes my face and ear to start to disappear and shit. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, son of man. This is footage that is like super far away
the water,
in
and it's
space.
actually pretty tasty.
In space, it's super far away in space. And so the signal, the digital signal is getting fucked up and shit. Oh, I guess this guy's a ghost too. And objects can just go right through his fucking head. That's the digital signal fucking up right there, right? Yeah, it's a delayed fucking signal. That's all it is. That's all it is. Or maybe that bag's not even there. Ever think of that? You dicks. Oh yeah, son of man, you're just looking at AI edited videos by motherfuckers. Oh yeah? Yo, this is another live feed from these guys. All right, check it out. So I want you to just watch this video. I'm not going to tell you what the fuck is happening, but she's got a little ball right there. There's another video I'm going to show you about that little ball, a little toy. And the little toy apparently has no shadow, but yet she has shadows. You know, her hands have shadows. Everything else has shadows. But the little ball is like this technology we've never seen before that NASA's keeping hidden from us. It's like toys that don't cast shadows. They might reveal it to the public in 20 years, but it's too dangerous. So they're keeping it a secret, y'all. I think that's the explanation, right? They got toys that don't cast shadows. That's all. That's all. Yeah. Well, you want to know something about this so-called little toy, this little ball they're playing with? During the feed, the green parts of the little ball began to disappear. Kind of almost like the filters you use on green screens. Look at that. The ball is almost see-through suddenly. You saw writing on it from whatever is actually behind the green screen. Oh my God. I saw a lot of these videos and there's a lot of inconsistencies just with her with her hair. Sometimes the hair was just stiff and wasn't even moving or floating. And I was like, that looks like hairspray and shit. You know, everything else is kind of like floating. Your hair would be moving like that and shit. Like if you're underwater, it's fucking just stiff. Like if she just put hairspray and ass and is hanging upside down. That's all this is. Oh my God. They had the audacity. These motherfuckers had the audacity. This is straight from their X account right here of posting, oh, we just took a picture of the fucking photo of the Milky Way galaxy and it looks more beautiful from space than it does from Earth. Oh my God. It's what no one fucking said. Because what the shit, bro? How are all of a sudden stars, but every other fucking picture we've ever seen doesn't fucking have stars? Explain to me that. Huh? Even a child asked them literally a question. Asked them this question and they freaked the fuck out. Well, the guy freaked out and he gave it to his friend because he was too dumb to answer and shit. Wait, before that, I'll show you this. Alright, sorry. Here we go.
I wonder, do you still see stars in outer space?
Do you still see stars in outer space?
Yeah, I was actually just talking to my crewmates about that today. I've definitely seen stars in outer space, and I was saying I haven't seen as many as I thought I would. So, Reed?
We have so much illumination from the sun on the moon and the earth right now. It is hard at times to see stars. Just like when you walk out in the daytime, you see a blue sky but no stars. We look outside and we see the black space and no stars. But tonight we're going to be pointed into deep space and we're going to turn out all the lights in the spacecraft for the first time on the mission. And if you give yourself about 20 or 30 minutes, we do this all the time on the International Space Station. Christina and I just have great fond memories of this. You'll start to see the stars, and if you give it enough time, you will see so many stars it's hard to see the constellations because there are so many stars out there. And the coolest part of those stars is they do not twinkle at all. They are just perfect. They almost look fake. They're just perfect pinpricks of light. So that is our homework for tonight, Jeremy. We are doing that.
We'll take a picture.
And they showed you the picture they took. It was marvelous, right? Still wouldn't believe these motherfuckers. This chick is hanging upside down, for fuck's sakes. All three of them are hanging upside down. Their camera's upside down. Trying to make it look a different way, you idiots. Wake the fuck up. They're fake stars, my friend. Joe Rogan, as much as I hate that bald sellout, he exposed it a long time ago. There he is, talking about it.
There's also Michael Collins in the press conference clearly says we couldn't see any stars. We couldn't see any stars.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics. I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing the sonar curler what stars we could see.
I don't remember seeing any.
Then in his own book, which I think he wrote in 1994, he talks about how magnificent the stars were.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, fuckface, you weren't even supposed to be on the moon. Okay? You were up there. They were on the moon. Like, did you forget? Like, what? I don't recall seeing any stars. Well, you're in the fucking thing. Get your in the script. You're in the thing. You're not on the ground.
So, there's clearly some weird shit going on. People are not keeping their story straight. People might be lying to us this whole time. Explain to me this. Why the same picture, the same pose has always been taken? Why is that? Is this the only place that they are allowed to take pictures from the moon? Because if they take a picture from another angle, you might see a space station or an alien or a guy with a camera and a boom and a big light and a lamp with a reflection of shit. Huh? I mean, come on. And by the way, the Earth is different sizes in each one. I guess our planet has grown. Or maybe the moon has just gotten closer to the Earth. I don't know. Maybe it has. Since 1968. I think NASA should be fucking... They're lying to us. The moon's about to crash into the Earth. They're lying to us. They don't want to tell us the truth. I think by the year 2030, the moon's going to crash into the Earth, according to these fucking pictures. Neil deGrasse. Neil deGrasse can't even answer what a man and a woman is. Merkaba, you dumbass.
For live. Woke as fuck.
Oh my god. Merkaba, you made my night. That deserves a fucking... that deserves a new bowl right here, motherfucker.
Smoke weed every day.
Fuck you, deGrasse. You pussy. Alright, anyways. Look, man. They were caught on video telling you lies. Because these idiots don't know how to lie. They don't. Look at this. These are the past recordings of past NASA flights over there in the... Look at this. Let me hold. Did you see that? Did you see that? Where he grabs him from? From the wire he is hanging from. Look at this chick's hair. You know that's hair sprayed on. This is fucked. They let it slip on air, bro. All of a sudden, look at this. These are old videos. Look, this is them bringing fucking George Sr. through NASA, right? Look at the background on the screen, what they're showing. A guy fucking around on green screen, blue screen. The same shit we see when they show us the footage. Wake up, man. This is what's really happening. This is what's really happening. And I think what people should be asking in reality is not, oh yeah, so you think the Earth is flat? No, yeah. You know what? I think that until I go to Antarctica or some brave soul, by the way, who should already be doing it, I need somebody to actually go and do this, takes a goddamn drone to Antarctica, goes over the walls and finds out what's over there and exposes it to the rest of the world because they don't let anyone go over there. We need somebody, some crazy savage to do a live stream and take a drone, a flying drone, and go over the fucking ice walls and show us what's over there. And that's the only way we're gonna know the truth. I don't know about the flat Earth, but they're definitely lying about going into space. And I think the question people should be fucking asking is, why are they lying that we can't go into space? What is the reason? I don't think the Earth is flat. I mean, a lot of people have telescopes. They can clearly look at planets and shit and meteors and stars and stuff like that. But they're clearly not going into space. If all these videos are coming up with discrepancies like this. All right? So why are they lying? What are they hiding from us? What is really going on? That's what you should be asking, motherfuckers. Not if the earth is flat. But why the fuck are they lying to us? Why are they posting these fake videos? It's crazy. And the news, they're all in on it. The news is in on it. They let it slip on air. Check it out. These guys are actors. They're not fucking spacemen or astronauts. Look at this.
With Donald Trump, NASA's back. Tomorrow, this mission's going off. The 127th mission to the space station. Mike and Sonia are the two of the four American astronauts that are on that flight. They're right out of central casting. But what happened, Sean? You talked about the moon, and I want to get to that. But on every single mission that we send up into space, whether it's Blue Origin or SpaceX or others, we keep learning and evolving. With Donald Trump, NASA's back. Tomorrow, this mission's going off. The 127th mission to the space station. Mike and Sonia are the two of the four American astronauts that are on that flight. They're right out of central casting.
A casting agency. They're actors, motherfuckers. That's what's really going on, man. Those motherfuckers that are doing this. Oh, Senate man. But why would these four individuals lie to us and agree to fucking lie to everybody and pretend to be astronauts? Why? Oh, I don't know. There's this little thing called money that everybody is crazy about and would do anything for. In fact, we do anything for it. We go, we're slaves, and we work 12, 14-hour fucking jobs and do shit we hate and don't like and put up with people we don't like. We don't like them. We don't want to be around them. They smell bad. They fucking their ass. They're idiots. But we're there. We put up with it for what? For money. For God fucking money. That's why these people would lie to you. They don't give a fuck about you. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Have we been to space? I don't know. These guys definitely haven't. I'll tell you that much. But is there a space or is there Earth flat? So the man thinks there's a space. Because if there wasn't space, then where the fuck are these things coming from? That's all I want to know. Yeah. Look at this ass. This scene over there in, I don't know where the fuck is this, Indonesia. Okay, Indonesia's not at war right now, motherfuckers, so don't start like, oh, Cinnamon, this Iran to war. No. Look, this is the RT. Those motherfuckers are a real news station. They don't fuck around telling you lies. This was in Indonesia. Some shit's going on. Alright. Aliens, I think, are coming down invading. We'll be talking a lot about these orbs in the sky. I told you guys, that guy a few weeks ago, I showed you, he had a prophecy back in 2012. That was years before this. He said on April 2026, Iran and Israel will start a war. And more orbs will start coming out of the sky. And people will see them and shit. These are aliens. Doing interdimensional traveling through dimensions. And shit. We're finally seeing them. That's what he's saying. That's what we say. They're all over the place, man. Fireballs. Everybody's seeing them. Here's another one. This is Atlanta, Georgia. This one's weird, man. It's 2 in the morning. This motherfucker's out there smoking, rolling a blunt. Oh, yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
Right here. When he suddenly saw this shit, everybody thought it was SpaceX. But there's no SpaceX in Atlanta. So he said, oh, shit. The Russians or Iranians, they're bombing us. Let me just fucking record it on my phone just in case it's the last time, at least on Instagram Live, motherfuckers. That's what this guy said. But then, like, this thing suddenly, like, just like stopped and shit. You know, I gotta say, man, you see, and they did some weird shit like that. I gotta say, man, I think the cell phone cameras are still pretty shitty, man, because when I try to zoom in, it looks like ass too. Pisses me off. Look at it. Look like an angel spreading its wings, saying, fuck yeah. 2 in the morning, bro. It's the witching hour. It might be a falling angel. You never know. You never know. The shit's going down, motherfuckers. The aliens. Everybody doesn't want to pay attention. But this is something you should be paying attention about. Just like X, representative or Congress, or some guy in the military, or I don't know. This guy used to be up there, you know, in the fucking, with all the politicians. Matt Gaetz, the governor or whatever, congressman, was talking some ass. I need y'all to listen to this because this is some serious shit.
I think the most important information will be the biologics that are not human that have been discovered. And like even some of the briefings that aren't classified just need to be out in the public. I mean, I had someone come and brief me who was in a military uniform, worked for the United States Army, that was briefing me on the locations of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication. An actual uniformed member of the United States Army briefed me on that.
Non-human biologics, interracial alien mating? What the F is going on? Look, wait a second. You had whistleblowers tell you this kind of thing? Can you please unpack that?
I had a guy who was uniformed. He was a senior enlisted with the United States Army. Came into my office in Crestview, Florida, in a non-classified setting. I had members of my staff there, and what they explained is that the military ran a very secret program where aliens that were living were in forced breeding programs with humans that had been abducted from war zones and from even the caravans of migrants. Now, again, I didn't verify this, but what the whistleblower was telling me is that there were like between 6 and 12 locations around the country where this happened, and what he wanted was a group members of Congress to all show up at the same time at all of these different locations so that any of those activities could not be moved. And of course, it's a physical impossibility to get members of Congress to simultaneously show up at like 8 locations at one time. And so that never occurred.
What do you mean?
Hey, just tell them that Trump did it and they'll show up like that, motherfucker. This guy doesn't know how to talk to politicians. They got Trump deranged syndrome. All right, you got to work it with him. We got to work with him.
Non-human biologics, like this.
Well, that was the testimony of David Grush before the House Oversight Committee,
Yeah.
which I joined, and the testimony was that in crashes of craft that had been recovered by the CIA and through a special program that the CIA had for crash recovery, that it wasn't just the hard materials, it was also biologics, but that they couldn't identify a human source of those biologics.
So, I was telling you last time, the little gray aliens are from the future. They are, I suspect, other people suspect as well, that they are us way, way into the future, where we have evolved into some kind of non-binary, non-sexual. We're not male, we're not females. We don't have a reproductive organs anymore because of all this shit. And it's like a hive mind where nobody thinks for themselves. We're almost like robots. We have no feelings. But because of all that, we can't reproduce. And then they were running out of them and they were dying as a species because they didn't realize they needed their dicks and pussies, because all these dumb leftists confused them a long time ago and convinced them that they don't need to be fucking having penises or vaginas, and that's what we end up like. And so they started freaking out, so they made time travel and they came back to the past to when humans, and I've been fucking around here, the little gray aliens the whole time, and all the little gray aliens want is to make a half-breed. They want to make a half-human, half-little gray alien, but one that has a dick and one that has a pussy, so that then they can start reproducing and coming up with a new species where, you know, they're still fucking non-binary lesbians or some shit like that. I don't know what they believe in. But at least they'll be able to reproduce. I don't know if it's still gonna have to be a dick going inside of a pussy, but they definitely want to be able to reproduce again. That's all I know. That's all I know. And this guy, this Congress guy, is saying that some generals came to his office and told them that shit. Oh, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
Yeah, everybody, all the shit I've been saying for years is coming out to be true. Suck a dick, motherfuckers. Oh, yeah.
Woke pack. Full live.
Yeah. Everybody call me crazy and shit, motherfuckers. Fuck you. Each and every one of you can suck a dick. Because I was right. This guy's saying it. You think I'm crazy? Oh, so bad. That guy is probably high on sugar. Look at it. He's about to go into diabetic shock from all the donuts he ate that morning. Son of man. You can't trust Matt Gaetz and shit. Oh, yeah? Well, I can trust Representative Tim Burchett, who talked to fucking this gay motherfucker from TMZ and said this shit for everyone to know the truth.
What did you see now? I guess it would be about 2 weeks ago. That was very alarming, the way you said that, at least.
Yeah, well, because of the circumstances and where it was, I can't get into too much specifics, but it was elaborating on some stuff that we'd asked for, and it was important to get this person in a secure setting to where we could ask him these questions. And there was somebody in the meeting with us, one of my colleagues, I guess you'd say, was basically there just to kind of upset the apple cart and to throw, a monkey wrench into the deal. And every time the question was asked by this particular party, it was really the answers were out there, and they gave them, and they gave specifics, they gave addresses, they gave times and dates and people that were in the meeting. And this went all the way up to the executive branch of previous presidents, not this current president.
So there have been different reports.
But
what I want to make sure I'm understanding is a member of our government has told you and others, I guess, that there is a form of alien life and machinery which maybe brought this living creature here that interacted in some form with people?
Yeah, they have, and they've. It's pretty wild. I know. But I'm just telling you, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd take a lie to tell you. You won't put me on a polygraph, I'll take it. But this is what the guy told me. I mean, I've had a very high-ranking naval official describe. I've talked about this before. Underwater craft, something big as a football field, moving at over 200 miles an hour. And there's no fish in the ocean that would do that. We don't even have a sub that'll probably do 40 miles an hour under the. And the last thing he said before he left my office was, it was kind of weird because he didn't go out he went out the side door, which nobody ever uses. And he looked at me, he pulled me up close, he said, "Tim, they're real." And that's the last thing he said to me. That'll be the title of my book, I guess. Matt Gaetz was involved in something here just recently.
Did you hear that? This thing about the size of a football field showed up on radar. The size of a fucking football field showed up on radar underwater and was moving at 200 miles a fucking hour. A guy from the military told him that. Now, unless Godzilla is real and the military is fucking up, I think we should be paying attention to these old men, right? Because, dude, it's coming. they're about to fucking let it go down. Just the way Street Team Tony, all the way from Reno, Nevada, or on the skirts next to the Bunny Ranch, in the Korean Bunny Ranch, is from.
Woke as fuck. Woke pack. For live.
Welcome back, Tony, for the boys.
For the boys.
That's for you, Tony. That's for you. Cheers. Yeah. You motherfuckers. Anyways. Yeah. This is getting serious, you all. But there's a guy that we've all known for a while who's been saying this shit. Dr. Stephen Greer here has come out with a very serious message that you all need to hear about. And just gonna let it all play. Cheers, guys. Thank you, Tony, for being here. Love you. You motherfucker. You know what it is. Drink it up, smoke it up. The world is ending. You might as well have fun. Hey, don't you worry, buddies. At the end of the day, just remember, you are not your body. Alright? You're not your body. This is all a fucking dream. So have fun with it. The way this guy's having fun with it.
The big one would be this, what Werner von Braun warned about on his deathbed. He said, he said, we are going to hoax an alien attack on the planet. It's all a lie, but it will trick and fool almost everyone. So we're trying to expose that. But see, if this festers much longer with that group that have the technologies I'm talking about, in a minute they could stage this and it would fool. Well, it had. I mean, look at what they've been doing for decades, fooling everyone. Everyone's saying, oh, those are alien events. And, you know, our military guys chasing these objects thinks those are military, right? Well, they're not. I mean, or alien, they're military or covert aerospace programs. So the ability to hoax an attack on our planet is real. And
what would be the goal in them doing that, staging a really false alien attack on the entire world? What would they accomplish?
They want to unite the world around a military junta, a totalitarian system. And how do you do that? How do you get one race or one ethnicity or one nation to stop fighting with each other? You create a bigger problem up there, and it unites everyone against a common enemy. But in that uniting of the world in war instead of peace, they can then exert all manner of totalitarian controls. That has been a 70-year plan. I have a CIA document from 1953 or 54 stating that they can use the UFO issue to great advantage for its, quote, psychological warfare value. So once they got close and mastered the technology in the mid-50s, and they knew they were close to that in 53, 54, then what has happened is that they've started a long-term program to brainwash the public that there's a threat out there. Now the question is, will they brainwash President Trump and other people? We're providing the information we have, but there are some devils on these deep state operations around the president, giving him the opposite perspective. So this is getting into like, well, which of these narratives is it gonna be the true narrative or the false flag narrative? And when you have someone like the president who's very busy, and you have to do a one-sheeter for him, and he's doing a million things a day, it's very easy for people who are in the system he trusts, who are actually foxes in the hen house, who are bad actors, for him to take their advice.
So this guy's saying that there are no aliens, that it's a lie, and they're gonna use the aliens to make the one world government. That could still be true, but there are aliens. This guy's fucking dumbass. He's got it all wrong. The aliens are always behind it. The point is, the aliens may attack. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the plan is to get everyone under one government, one system, so that they can still be controlled. Chip everybody. And now we have everybody cataloged, traced, and then order. During war, this fake invasion, where you just let all these drones and these genetic mutations that you've been co-creating with this hybrid program, you've been with the aliens making the hybrids and shit. Right? They've been in cahoots the whole time. I'm telling you, man. At the end of the day, we're dealing with a bunch of people that they know we're all gonna die. And they make a deal with the devil being the aliens. And they're saying, hey, we'll help you destroy the planet and even take over the rest of the humans if you just give us money and put us in charge. And these guys have said, all right, this is the same thing the Anunnaki, right? The motherfuckers have been the motherfuckers all along. You know it. Descendants of the old ones. They think they're better than us, the blue bloods. Why? Because they got the DNA from the fallen angels, they say. Oh, from the gods and shit. Oh, Hercules and these motherfuckers are demigods. And nah, motherfucker, they've been here all along. Why? Because they had sex with the goddamn humans. It's in the fucking Bible. You fucking idiots. They put in charge and they rule over us, thinking they're better than us. Like the goddamn Jews. Because all they want to say is, oh, you motherfuckers, we're better, and we're the superior race, and God's chosen people because we got the DNA of the gods in us, and the rest of you are scum and goyim and shit. Fuck you, goddamn Jews. And the rest of you motherfucking Nazis is all I gotta say. Cheers!
Woke Pack, for live.
Do want to say I appreciate you motherfuckers showing up. All of you. Tony, Joku, the Cut, Merkaba, you motherfuckers. Cheers to you guys. You guys are the Woke Pack. You know what it is.
Woke Pack, for live.
But I've done ranting for tonight. And shit. Hope you guys were entertained for a little while. No, it's been a while and shit. You know what it is? I always got a closure for you guys. I got something good for you. Don't worry. I ain't gonna leave you guys hanging. I want to say a few thanks for you motherfuckers for showing up and shit. Because it's Friday. Y'all make sure you have a good night. Friday night. Don't fuck up. Have a good fucking rest of the week. If you're into wrestling on our Discord, we watch fucking wrestling. We're gonna watch AEW tomorrow. We're gonna watch the fucking pay-per-view Sunday. Shit. You know what that is. Tony, I'm glad you're here, my friend. You made it home. You have yourself that good beer. Or pour up in your drink like me, right here. I got my whiskey sour. Oh, yeah. Throw it down. You know what it is. But let's close out the show, you guys. Give it to you, motherfuckers. With tonight's closer. Because you know what it is. Straight from the underground, drunk as fuck, high as fuck. Straight from the underground, drunk as fuck, woke as fuck. Woke back.
Live.
What the fuck, man? Fucking running like lady, eh?